Uh, Out again. Welcome back to Deadly Premonition 2. Things got a little wild last time. We just hit the end of chapter 2. Or we're about to. We had to sleep because the police station was closed, but we were about to be at the end of part 2. How long to beat says this is only like 20 to 30 hours. And there's 4 chapters, so I feel like we've already put like somewhere over 10, right? Probably much more than that. Like, we're doing side content, so I'm expecting it to be closer to the 30 mark, but still. I'm thinking that the rest of the game isn't going to be so meandery, and, you know, pace might be a little faster. I don't know how much longer, but, you know, we're at least halfway done, if not more. So I began making preparations for what's next, which, as we've discussed, was either going to be Mass Effect or Dragon Age, and we're going to do both. Dragon Age 2, I mean, because we've already done Origins. Yeah, we're going to do both, but I think because this one's a shooter, we're gonna go with Dragon Age 2 first. And then I said that I probably wasn't going to play Inquisition, but you know, I also said that about Dragon Age 2. So I just bought the complete Inquisition because my disc is like connected to my brother's EA account. So whatever, it was like $5. I never played the expansion, so like I have a personal reason to go play that now. I know that the Trespasser one is like an epilogue or whatever, like it's gonna be important for the next game. Hopefully that's good. But yeah, I guess that we will decide to stream that. I went and like found some mods to put into 2 to make things go a little better. And I went and updated my tapestry for when we're importing things into Inquisition. So, like, I literally like combed through my videos and looked for all the choices that mattered according to the tapestry. I used the save generator to combine our Bear and Kalian playthroughs, since we wouldn't be able to do that the right way for 2. Yeah, all should all be about right. There are like some small side quest outcomes that I maybe didn't do correctly, but I went off memory. Like the lyrium smuggling one, I'm pretty sure I smuggled the lyrium, but like that's a hard thing to like go and track down because it's just like a quick whatever. Probably doesn't even matter. Anyways, that's the plan. I don't know if we're going like 2 right into Inquisition. It'll probably depend on my mood. Like, I'm expecting to maybe hear something like substantial about Dragon Age 4 this summer, probably at Jeff Keighley's Summer Game Fest or something. So, I mean, if that looks good to me and I'm hyped, I will probably go right to Inquisition. Otherwise, we'll like bounce over to Mass Effect 1 and then go back to Inquisition. Then we'll do Mass Effect 2, and, you know, 3 is very similar to 2. I doubt that I want to play that right away, but we do have another BioWare game we could play in Jade Empire. The Knights of the Old Republic are work too, but that would like be sticking with the sci-fi theme, and you know, we're trying to divvy it up. No, I don't know. I never actually finished Knights of the Old Republic, and I've never even touched 2, so that's probably something we should do eventually. But yeah. probably the whole rest of the year is gonna end up just being BioWare titles. Which is fine, because, you know, most of their work is very near and dear to my heart. I thought about Andromeda. We are not gonna cover that one because I looked at reviews and stuff. I'm like, you know, I remember the gameplay being kind of fun, but then the story was really fucking boring, and that's why I like tapped out after like 20 hours. And the sentiment was shared basically across every like recent review. Like, bugs aside, the game is pretty fixed, but it's just fucking boring. The story, it's not like you want to see me shoot things. Like, yeah, maybe you do, but I think part of being a solo Let's Play man is being able to react to this stuff. The new things have to be happening. I can't just like play CSGO for a bit or whatever.
Nope, I can't find either of them.
Either of them?
Yeah. When I went home, it wasn't just my daddy who was missing. Mama was gone too. This never happened before.
Did you say Daddy's missing? We took Melvin?
Zach, we need to stop Professor R's plan no matter what it takes. Relax, Patty. You don't need to worry about a thing. I'm sure that Melvin just stumbled across an important clue that's stolen his attention for now. And I'm sure he's protecting your mother while he's at it. Let's just leave the investigation to the local police and rest for today. I need to prepare a report for the HQ anyway. How about staying with me in my room until we find them?
Whoa.
But...
You don't need to worry. I can't make you any homemade food, but I've got a first-class chef and a first-class concierge at my disposal. Oh, and a very affable bellboy. It's a lot of fun at that hotel.
But... Okay, I guess. Thanks, Agent York.
You're a lady, so you take the bed. Zach and I will be fine on the couch.
I think this is a bad idea. Professor R mentioned Patricia, and she could very well be like the secret mastermind here. Like, she is a suspect right now. I have no idea who else is this goddess of fertility or whatever the hell she was talking about. Checkup. Probably should have opened my quest log. I don't know if I need to write the report at the station or if I'm going back to the hotel room. Oops. Go to York's room. Okay. Patty, you didn't say none. Yeah. I need to, like, sound test again. We're good. We're good. I don't want to make the same mistake twice. Not in the same playthrough. Sound test is very important. It looks unprofessional that I do it, but it turns out it's the most professional thing I do. This videos are easy as that. Fuck the timestamp though, because I wasn't talking about anything. Or, you know, the mic wasn't working, you couldn't hear it. So I'm actually all caught up now. Or, I have to do the last one, but, you know, I'll do these two together.
Zach, the Clarkson family tree is nothing like we thought it was. We need to reorganize everything we've uncovered so far. She was so tired she fell right to sleep. Hey, Zach. I'm in a very difficult spot right now. I feel like this case is heading in a direction that will be extremely unpleasant for her. I've never felt anything like this during any of our cases thus far.
What? Empathy? Dixie! Damn, this thing grew.
First, let's go back to the beginning. Lise Clarkson's body was found hanging under a bridge over the bayou.
You know, these pictures almost look real. With the filter they put on them. The Melvin one looks really good. You can't really tell what's going on with Chuck. I mean, he's looking down. Like, Raven, she looks like a character model.
In a deserted spot close to where the bayou meets the Mississippi. The one who fired the pistol at Heaven surely had no idea what he would find there. Speaking of which, Zach, Chuck, the man who started this race we're running, what's his occupation?
He's the fish farmer, isn't it? Crawfish farmer.
That's right. He's a crawfish farmer. And after chasing a poacher's boat that crossed over into his farmland, he went up the bayou and was fortunate enough to find Lisa's body. I doubt it was a very pleasant experience for him. But if not for his discovery, Lisa's body might have started rotting out there.
Controller's been kind of fucky. It's because I use it wired, and like the wire's loose now, I guess. Maybe I've unplugged it too many times. It still works, no problem, and I could Bluetooth it, but I don't know. Whatever. I doubt that I'm like saving any plugs by not by Bluetoothing, because I'm still gonna charge it after every use anyways. I've heard the battery life on these isn't that great. It's part of why I always use it wired anyways. Like all the different vibrations and whatnot they have on it takes all the battery life. Damn it, what is happening? No, we're good. We good over here? Doesn't look like it. Here we go. Okay. We should be back in action.
He's a difficult person, to be sure, but I don't think he's a bad guy. Chuck said something peculiar. He claimed the Clarksons were a little better when their son was still around.
The fucking mouse just keeps reappearing, I'm sorry.
I don't know exactly what he meant, but we ended up meeting the person he was talking about, didn't we? Under very unexpected circumstances. Leonard Clarkson. He ran away from home, found his true self, then changed names. So, Zach, do you remember her name?
Helena Dunham. Where did that last name come from?
Helena Doman. The townspeople call her Lena.
Dolman. Is that like John Doe? Dolman.
She was also known as Professor R while she plotted against the Clarksons.
But why?
She's the mother of the new drug known as Sang Rouge. She must have also had a group of followers who worshipped her fanatically. I can see it now. Lena sprinkling down the red powder, corrupting every last pure and innocent girl in town. Lena mentioned her plan each time we met. She must have taken us for utter fools, Zach. She thought she was always one step ahead of us, and that we'd never see the full scope of her plan. Well, her plan isn't complete yet, and I know we can still stop it. That's why we need to learn all we can about her. Her alias was Professor R, and she was well learned in the areas of medicine and fire dynamics. By the way, Zach, do you remember what weapon Lena used to murder PJ?
Fucking bomb.
Correct. She used a miniature bomb. To tell you the truth, she surprised me. That bomb was so well placed. It left hardly any damage on the building itself, yet still did amazing work on them. Lena should have used that brain of hers for something more productive than that saga of revenge. For example, reviving Lucare's economy from the industrial sector. Widen your perspective, and you'll see that Louisiana is an industrial treasure trove. With her intelligence and her charisma, I'm sure she would have found some amazing opportunities. Such a tragedy. Zach, there's one more important matter we need to think about here. Galena Clarkson, who was murdered in jail. Her body was dismembered, then rearranged into a V shape. Patty and Melvin claimed it was a severed roots killing. But that doesn't make sense to me. And PJ Clarkson disapproved of it when I met him in the other world. He saw Galena's parts lined up and was overcome by an inexplicable fear. Tell me.
I don't know.
Unfortunately, we don't have the answer to this one yet. And it's too big a problem to solve with mere speculation. The answer to this question may lead to a major turning point for this case, and the final turning point for this story. You know it's true, Zach. I only hope it doesn't push us down an avenue we didn't plan on exploring.
Oh, cool. Is the Lost City like a whole new map to play with? Get this mouse out of here finally.
Hey, Zach. Do you remember PJ's last words? Lena had intercourse with her older sister. Her own flesh and blood.
We don't
This
talk about
means
that part.
there's still one more person out there who inherited PJ's blood.
Are the XP potions like a unique resource? Or is that just an easy thing you can make whenever you want? I feel like I played something that had like a level up ingredient you could pick up occasionally. I don't remember what.
Fucking poachers, now I gotcha. Caught you red-handed.
I do like having a shop. I always feel like shit when I have to leave loot behind, even if it was trash. What the hell am I looking at? It's one of the cases where they have post-traumatic whatever and revert to a childlike state. But why is she on like a ventilator? What the fuck?
Soon. I'm almost there. Just... Please, someone. Stop that noise. Please. I'm begging you.
This mouse is really pissing me off. There really wasn't a healing spell in 2? By default? I feel like they added that. Water breathing is a cool idea, but I bet that can get frustrating too if there's like a whole water zone. Like literally the same thing as putting on the fucking blue tunic and the heavy boots and ocarina at a time. Like you just gotta do it constantly.
Oh.
The baby pee blood?
Oh.
Let me try and summarize this. Helena Doman was the mastermind behind the entire incident. But Helena Doman was actually P.J. Clarkson's son, who had severed ties with the family. Helena was also known as Professor R, the mother brain behind the drug known as Sang Rouge.
That's right.
Is there lightning with no rain?
She was responsible for everything?
Not everything, but most of it. Almost everything went according to her plan.
But if you'd already figured out that much, why did you continue to stay in Le Carré?
There are 2 herbs that were barely used, the yellow one and the green one. 2 yellows and a green make an experience potion. Sounds like Resident Evil when you put it like that. Like the yellow herbs were the ones that boosted your max health.
Because we had to.
And they were more effective when you mixed them with the big boy
You had to.
heals.
Whatever for.
The goddess was still there.
The goddess.
The goddess of fertility.
Don't tell me that's what the ventilator lady is. She pregnant?
Lise Clarkson's body.
Oh no, that might be an incest baby.
Not her. She was as beautiful as a goddess, but she wasn't the goddess. She was just a tragic victim.
Then who is the goddess of fertility?
Get a shield later that had a healing speciality. You nearly walked her, right? There's no healing spell.
The person at the root of this case.
Must have been something like that. I felt like I had some kind of alternative healing method.
Is it some kind of metaphor? For example, the vast wealth that the red powder yielded.
The goddess of fertility embodied abundance on the outside. But on the inside, she was a hollow void.
Abundance, is that what we call obesity?
That void was threatening to swallow up all of Lucare.
Is there a baby here?
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Are you okay, Mr. Morgan?
Okay, so they can't hear the baby.
Morgan almost sounds like a prophet talking about the end of the world.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like Twin Peaks inspired. Very interesting show. Or you go to David Lynch's YouTube channel, there's a lot of like weird short videos on there too. What's great about them is they don't explain anything, but there's like deep lore behind all of them. You just like look at every little detail and there's symbolism in all of it. It explains exactly what's going on, even if it doesn't make sense when you look at it first.
Vague, elusive, and intent on deceiving those who listen. But every now and then he adds an interval of truth. Patricia Clarkson is one of those. She's something special, something irreplaceable to him. The logs in the center look far more burnt compared to the rest.
Sanctuary?
Almost looks like they were used in conjunction with some kind of accelerant. Did you recently burn something there?
It's our fireplace. We're free to use it as we please.
I see traces of resin, which leads me to believe you burned up some sort of toxic substance.
The weed?
It doesn't matter what kind of fireplace you have. Burning anything other than firewood in it is dangerous.
Not unless you're trying to blaze your whole house.
Next time, don't burn it up at home. Dispose of it like you would any other non-burnable refuse. Especially if it was something like a smartphone or a USB memory stick.
Alright, those would kill you. You don't burn those.
Non-burnable refuse like a smartphone? Let's be serious here, Belle. That's exactly the sort of data one needs to thoroughly immolate. Remember what you learned at Quantico.
Starting to figure out why you have lung cancer, York. Or Zach.
By the way, you're still searching for Patricia, yes?
You don't need to worry about that. We're investigating. In fact, we've almost reached our goal. We just need to find some conclusive evidence.
Oh, we sincerely hope that's the case. Hard to believe, though. After all, so far you've just been barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree.
That's right. You shouldn't be wasting time here. You should be out there, looking for her.
Then I'll just ask you straight away. Do you know where she is?
No, we don't. But we can feel her.
What?
When we close our eyes and become one with the world. It's very faint, but we can see her. We can see Patricia.
Is this a new power?
Are you trying to distract me again? Or do you really expect me to believe you're clairvoyant or something?
He's not.
What do you think we are, X-Men? It's metaphysical offender profiling.
He actually asked me where Patricia is? Does he have full confidence that we'll never find her? Fine. I can deal with that. I'll just ask him everything I can about the Le Carré case.
By the way, how did the FBI find Lisa's body after 14 whole years?
That's none of your business.
Are you saying they just happened to be investigating the Clarksons' cold storage warehouse? Like that there was some undercover terrorism plot afoot there?
I hate when the text doesn't auto-progress because I end up accidentally skipping stuff.
I said it's none of your business.
Well, then we'll just have to guess. It was an anonymous tip. A tip related to Saint Rouge. Did we hit the nail on the head, Ben?
Hit it
But-
again.
That's not what we want to know about. After all, the FBI gets hundreds of tips every day. Right, my fairy? It was always that way, even back when we were on duty. Here's what we really want to know. Why, out of all those tips, did you select that one? Would you tell us that much, Belle? What urged you to make a beeline straight for this case?
That's none of your business.
That's not fair.
So you think Galena was murdered by Helena Doman, her own brother?
No, not her. Galena was someone else.
Then who killed her?
It's written in the report, isn't it?
Yes. But I'm asking you, would you mind answering me in your own words?
Probably Melvin.
You see, I find your entire story highly suspicious.
Or Patty, since she wasn't at all skeeved out by the fucking horribly dismembered corpse. He's still very suspicious to me.
It's a complicated matter. Extremely complicated.
Don't let him draw you into his game. Stay calm, Aaliyah Davis. The future influences the present just as much as the past. You asked me why I spent an entire 2 days observing you before I came to speak with you. Well, here's why. Over those 49 hours, I observed the intervals between your actions. When you were neither doing something nor doing nothing. I intently studied your intervals between action to action, and action to inaction. People reveal everything during the intervals between their actions. For example, when you eat alone versus eating with someone else. The most prominent differences always appear when someone either begins or finishes eating a meal. And since these are unconscious actions, they can't be consciously hidden. When you prepare to eat or finish eating, when you move in to clean up, when you pick up a book or close one, when you raise a cup of coffee to your lips.
Oh.
Human actions speak volumes. Not even the person doing the actions is conscious of them. That's what lies in those intervals. That's my modus operandi. And here's the conclusion it helped me reach. There's one other person in this house.
Is the baby real? Well, there's the fairy, too. I don't know what the hell the fairy is.
You're incredible, Belle. You outdid all our expectations. Impressive, to say the least. You're right, Belle, but only half right.
Half?
You should still be proud, though. Honestly, we never thought you'd make it this far.
Half a person? Did you get York back?
You've got real talent.
Most of what you say is disjointed and illogical. If this goes to court, I won't let you claim that your testimony is inadmissible just because of your little indulgence there.
Fine by us. We can even put it in writing if you want. We won't run or hide. Will we, my fairy? Where's the paper? I know I had it around here somewhere. Where is it? We're fine.
Hey, everything okay? What's going on out here? Oh, don't tell me.
He's just suffering from nausea. I was more worried about you. You were in there for quite some time.
Yeah, sorry. Ever since you got here, I've been all backed up.
Wait, what?
Mr. Morgan, can you stand?
Oh. Is this a sign from the coffee? What could it be? What is it trying to tell me?
Oh no.
Think.
Is that a dragonfly?
Footsteps. Big footsteps. Footsteps.
We never caught the 10-foot man. Is Solomon Grundy the incest baby?
Some odd fella was following her around. Stalking her like.
That poor girl, Lise, she was a druggie. And she was into the really bad stuff.
The Red Soul has the power to amplify the unique characteristics we all possess. Mentally and physically. That's why I created the Holy Red Powder.
You okay?
We're fine. Just feeling a little tired.
Did they clean up the coffee?
Would you take us to get our medicine?
Sure. It's in the bathroom, right?
I'm giving him a day or out.
Whew. Seems like he's calmed down a little. We should let him rest for a while.
One more step and I could have cornered Morgan. But so be it. I can still keep investigating even if the owner of this chair isn't present. Simon Jones, what a piece of work. How can anyone have such bad timing? Shouldn't you look after him?
I gave him his meds and let him rest.
Let him rest where?
In the bathtub.
We can drown?
It happened to have a blanket and a pillow in it.
Oh. As every good bathtub does.
What? But why?
I don't know. Maybe he sleeps in the tub. I feel like I saw that once in some vampire movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. More importantly, how long has he been like that?
It's stage 4 cancer. He's had it for a while now.
No. No. I'm talking about his face. It looks as white as a sheet. You can even see all his veins.
Yeah, I kind of noticed that in the past too. Something must have happened.
I've never heard of any cancer side effect like that.
Who knows? But now that you mention it, he started going really crazy around the beginning of December.
It has something to do with the drug.
In what way?
He changed pizza places.
Ah, that doesn't happen.
This better not be another joke.
You go to the one that you like, and if they're closed, then you order Domino's because they're always open. These are the only options. You don't change your pizza place.
It's not, really. It's not.
It's like going to a different grocery store. Fucking madness.
Before December, he always used to order delivery from a Chicago-style joint all the way up near Medford. But one day, he took one look at one of their trademarked red boxes and totally lost it.
Red, huh?
You better believe it. He started screaming gibberish at the pizza boy and chased him away. Next thing I know, I see him toss the pizza box out his window.
Do you think that's when his fear of red began surfacing more prominently?
Beats me. I mean, there isn't a better Chicago-style pizza place that delivers around this area. How could someone give up on that just because they don't like the box? I don't get it.
Were you serious for even a fraction
Branding
of that
can't
story?
be a big deal if you don't want to support whatever message they change the box to. Well, that's not really the case here. These medicines.
Why do you think he's trying to survive so badly?
What do you mean?
He who has a why to live can bear almost any how.
No more Nietzsche. Please, just stop. I feel like my ears are gonna start bleeding.
Hey, Agent Jones, wanna know why I love Nietzsche's quotes so much?
Because they make your head hurt, bitch.
Sure.
I first discovered Nietzsche in a shelter after Katrina. At the time, I was shell-shocked, hopeless. I wanted to die.
Ow. Yeah, this is New Orleans. They kind of got flooded for like a few months.
How could a 13-year-old girl go on living alone with her little brother? Then, in that shelter, I met a college professor. His school was damaged by the hurricane too and got closed down. He also lost his family and was living there in the shelter just like me. So we gradually started spending more time together. I'll never forget the 3 months I spent with him. He loved Nietzsche.
Oh, so you just stole his thing.
And out of all of
Copycat.
Nietzsche's quotes, there was one from Thus Spoke Zarathustra that he repeated over and over again. Better know nothing than half know many things.
But that's not true.
Better be a fool on one's own account than a sage on other people's approbation.
No, I disagree. You gotta look like you know what you're talking about, even if you don't, alright? It's about asserting dominance.
I thought it was a strange quote to hear from a college professor, you know? Why would he think it would be good to be a fool?
Yeah, I was just seeing commercials for Neil deGrasse Tyson's masterclass. He said, the thing about talking about science is you have to know enough to not know that you're wrong, and not know enough to also know that you aren't right, or something like that. You just have to think that you're right, even if you only half know something. And, you know, you talk about it confidently, and people will believe you, and you can spout whatever pseudoscience you want.
But I understand what he meant now.
I'm pretty sure he's not, like, an actual scientist, he's just, like, a charismatic guy. Kind of like the Ancient Aliens dude, who has a degree in, like, sports management or something. But he's got cool hair.
He was trying to encourage my little brother and I, so that we'd be able to bear the weight of the victim label that was about to be slapped onto us, so that we could go on respecting ourselves. After that, my grandmother in Lafayette took us in. And that was the last time I ever saw the professor. But whenever I quote Nietzsche, my memories of him come flowing back into my mind, and they give me the power I need to keep pressing on. So I'm gonna keep quoting Nietzsche, just to make sure I don't forget my roots.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I think I get it now. Nietzsche is to you what pizza is to me.
It brings back memories of when. I imagine you have pizza at least once a week.
Sorry for giving you a hard time about it. You are free to go on quoting him whenever you want, of course. I won't say another word.
Agent Jones, what the hell is wrong with you? How dare you compare Nietzsche with pizza?
He's a greasy son of a bitch. A Pizza the Hut.
Oh, come on. Let me get one thing straight. You started this investigation based on an anonymous tip, right? What kind of a tip was it? Phone or mail?
What does that matter at this point?
This may surprise you, but these kinds of details really eat me up inside. I always get hung up on the most insignificant of details, especially during the most vital times. For example,
I wonder which is more traceable, a disposable phone or a piece of mail that you can leave all kinds of DNA behind on.
You know how people go to bed early the night before they have a big job? That's exactly the time where I start focusing on meaningless nonsense. When did I last clip my nails? How long is my milk good for?
Yeah, you don't do that, right? You gotta focus on one thing, and then you will knock yourself out. That's like what counting sheep is supposed to be. You just focus on counting, but even that's a little too intense for my liking. I just stare at the ceiling and I'm like, alright, I'm looking at a white ceiling. Nice wrinkles there. Maybe a little beauty mark. And just look at the wrinkles.
I just can't help myself. I can't resist the need to know. It's just the way I am.
It was sent in an envelope. Postmarked December 28th, sent out from Louisiana.
So, traceable mail with DNA. And it's supposed to be anonymous.
What did it have inside?
A postcard with a dragonfly on it. A wrapped sample of Sang Rouge.
Is Professor R alive?
And a note.
Can't be.
What did it say?
Fucking head was on the chandelier.
Investigate the Clarksons. FK.
FK's dead.
That's it?
Yes, that's it.
Who's FK?
Anonymous tip, remember? It's obviously just a fake name.
Did you confirm that?
Of course I did. Louisiana has a population of 4.5 million. The FBI database has a list of 6,682 individuals whose initials are FK.
Yeah, but there's only one that we'd care about, and there's gotta be significance to them picking those initials.
1 out of every 6 individuals is a child under the age of 14, born after 2005. The remaining 5,500 people include those whose initials changed after they married, or incarcerated individuals. After subtracting those, I was left with 3,800. That's when I stopped searching for FK, and I decided to change up my approach. It isn't important where the tip came from. All that matters is solving the case.
What if it came from the bad guy like FK?
I got this far by taking the most efficient route possible. Are you satisfied now?
Yeah. Thanks. I feel a lot better now. Yep, it all checks out.
The letter that was delivered to me bore the Clarkson symbol. A postcard decorated with a dragonfly, the mark of the Clarkson family.
As far as I know, there's only one living Clarkson, and she is
A
missing.
single sheet of paper ordering me to investigate the Clarksons. And who collects vinyl in an age like this when you can stream just about anything?
True. Morgan's got refined taste.
You really think so? Now, even I thought they were cool back when the vinyl revival first started. But now, every suburban mall has its own vinyl shop right next to the novelty store. At this point, it's become a solid component of modern snobism, which only makes them that much more uncool. People who know nothing about real music are buying them up just so they can decorate their walls with cute album art.
Isn't it supposed to, like, record the sound quality differently? Or something?
How do you ever have time to enjoy anything when you're always so busy putting people down?
Excuse me?
You're like IBS. You keep flaring up at the worst times and there's no end in sight. And when you're alone with Morgan, it's just an all-out war zone.
We're in the middle of a very important investigation right now. Don't you think we ought to take it seriously?
No. I don't think you're gonna learn anything from Zach.
To me, it just looks like you're putting yourself under a lot of stress for no good reason.
Me as well.
Why can't you, show a little humanity once in a while?
Does one need humanity in order to track down criminals?
Yes, one does. Or at least I do.
Well, I don't.
Come on, Aaliyah. I'm your partner, aren't I?
No.
For a few days, at the very least. I'm your invasive partner who has a passionate relationship with pizza, right? Why can't you just let me in on one thing you actually happen to enjoy? Oh, aside from Nietzsche, that is.
You know, I'd really rather not.
Why do you always have to be so withdrawn?
I can't help it if there's certain things I don't like.
No, come on. There's got
Some
to be
chips ahoy.
some kind of music you enjoy. This is a good chance to teach me a bit about yourself.
I said no.
Do you like Justin Bieber?
No.
Too cute. Not my type.
Too cute. Even like post-prison Justin Bieber?
Drake?
I've only ever listened to the hooks.
The hooks. As in... What, you only know the choruses to his songs? It's same.
Well then, Ariana Grande, Katy Perry.
They're gone. Nobody cares about them anymore. It's only Taylor Swift. She's the only pop star, and I don't like her music either.
Hell no! Am I done now?
Well then, what do you like?
I have to tell you?
Yes, you do.
Pink Floyd.
Oh, drug addict. Knew it.
No way. You're a prog rocker? Who turned you onto it? Your dad?
As far as I can remember, I've loved prog rock ever since I was born.
So your dad?
That's just how music works, right?
No. No, you pick up your dad's music and then you think it's uncool when you're a teenager and then you kind of go back to it because it was good.
I mean, The Wall is by far my favorite album. Even to this day, I find it hard to believe that they made that in the 70s.
Yeah, I guess I can agree with that.
It still sounds completely fresh and unique, as if it was just released yesterday, and... What?
I don't love Pink Floyd, but they are very unique.
No, I was just thinking, I wish Morgan could have been here for this.
Don't you dare tell him.
Zach likes punk anyways. He probably wouldn't appreciate that. Pizza boxes have orange.
What's wrong, Aaliyah?
That's
you
crazy.
Hungry or something?
Pizza boxes are always red and white.
Excuse me?
Sometimes
What
there's a
are you
little green on them
insinuating?
too. They're Italy's colors.
Well, you're staring
think.
right at an empty pizza box.
Does Italy have orange on its flag? Or is that like Ireland I'm thinking of?
Please don't compare yourself to me. Besides, I have a refined palate.
Hey, that was uncalled for. Pizza is a sacred food, remember? You don't need to feel embarrassed for being unable to stop staring at it. It enthralls all who gaze upon it. That's the power of pizza.
I don't know about that. I mean, I enjoy a good pizza, but a lot of pizza doesn't look very appetizing with all the fucking grease sitting on top of it. Especially if it's burnt, and it's just like burnt and greasy, you know, some cheese that may or may not be too much, like... Very particular about pizza.
Stop, Agent Jones. I've had enough of this sacred pizza bit.
A bottle of ranch dressing, on the other hand. Now that's sacred.
I'm sick of you Chicagoans and your obsession with pizza. Pizza, pizza, pizza. 24 hours a day, that's all you ever talk about. What's next? You gonna launch into a tirade about how deep dish is the only proper way to make pizza?
No, Aaliyah. You just don't get it, do you? As a Chicagoan, I'm proud of the deep dish pizza.
Chicagoan, not Chicagan.
But get this. I love New York-style pizza, too.
Overrated. Crust too thin. It ain't good for dipping in the ranch. Pizza usually too greasy. With the thin crust, very easy to burn. Usually there's too much cheese to sauce ratio. It's not that I've had bad New York pizzas, but like getting pizza from Italian restaurants is usually the way to go. Because the crust on it is like supreme. You don't even have to dip it, I just want the good bread at the very least. Like, the crust is the most important part of the pizza.
It doesn't matter what kind of pizza it is. As long as it's a pizza, it's beautiful. What? Still don't get it? Okay, here. I'm gonna put it in terms that I'm sure even you could understand. All pizzas are created equal.
They are not.
Eat your heart out, Nietzsche.
Just forget I mentioned anything.
Oh boy.
So, why did you decide to take this case?
Because it's my job.
Really? I don't buy it.
Why not?
You aren't just following orders here. You've got way too much emotion invested in this. Some kind of special emotion. There's no use trying to hide it.
It's the same bag of Sour Patch Kids, in case y'all are wondering. They are getting a little stale now, like they're kind of hard. But I don't care. It's all about the citric acid sprinkled all over it. It's like a couple months old now at this point, though.
Despite how I may look, data analysis is my forte. I know how to see through lies. I don't mean to be nosy, but would it kill you to confide in me a little? I didn't manage to live this long simply because I'm fiendishly handsome. And besides, we're going to be tiptoeing across a thin line of legality with the rest of this case, so I'd prefer to have some probable cause.
Legality? We're the FBI.
That way, at least I can back you up when you need me to.
There exists in the world a single path along which no one can go except you. Whither does it lead? Do not ask, go along it.
You're pulling out Nietzsche at a time like this? Come on.
I have a little brother. After overdosing on a certain drug, he was thrown into rehab. He's been clean for 2 years now, but he still won't utter a single word. All day long, he's plagued by hallucinations.
Is that what the fairy is? Did York accidentally get dosed with some Sang Rouge? No, he's just fucking crazy.
He can't tell if he's dead or alive. If this is reality or if it's all a dream.
Sang Rouge.
That's right. The doctor can't tell what's causing his condition, so they can't treat him. He just told me to prepare for the possibility that I may never get my brother back. This was his. I bought it for him after he graduated high school and found a job. He never got a single chance to wear it, though. Someday, I believe that he'll get better, and I'll get to see him put this on and head out to work.
I don't think you'd want it now it's covered in your neck sweat. It's kind of fucked up that you commandeered his tie.
So you think that if we nab the person behind all this, we may figure out how to conquer the addiction?
Right.
God damn, that had a powerful flavor. Orange one. I literally only see one other one in the bag, like that's just rare.
You really think it'll be that easy?
I don't know. But I can't just sit around and do nothing. He's the only family I have in the entire world.
What about your parents?
He died in a hurricane.
When I was only 13, Katrina took him,
That's what I said.
leaving my 7-year-old brother and I behind.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. I've already dealt with my past. Now I'm just working as hard as I can to complete the duty I've been given. Hey, Agent Jones, I just want to double-check one thing. You didn't find anything in the bathroom.
Nope. Nothing in there.
It must be the bedroom then. Just like I thought.
Are you serious about this?
Huh? Now you're having second thoughts?
Well, not exactly.
Then what?
I understand how you feel, but he's got an incurable disease. And he used to be one of us.
It's treatable. It's not like people haven't recovered from cancer.
So? The truth he's given us so far could all be completely fabricated. He's a genius lone wolf agent who solved nothing but difficult cases during his years of active duty. That's what they told me at Quantico, at least. Over and over again, I had to listen to them talk about how no one could ever replicate the kind of work he did. But
Well, maybe you should learn how to skateboard. And then you could be as cool as him.
let's be real here. You saw his face, didn't you?
Wait, he's high as fuck.
It was inhuman. It looked like the face of a killer who's been possessed by death. Patricia Clarkson is here, in the next room, only a single wall away from us.
You think so?
After 14 years, he went back to Le Carré, kidnapped her, and imprisoned her here. He's trying to complete something big right now. Something that's deeply connected to Saint Rouge.
I have so many questions. Oh, we're not even going back yet.
What is all this?
Severing ritual. Brother, or the dad, and the brother-sister thing. We'll say. Not to be mean, but for case relevancy, they've been referring to Professor R as the brother, at least.
Pictures of people from Le Carré.
They never let go of this case, huh?
And this wall is dedicated to Greenvale. All the deceased have been...
Probably went back to it after he realized the truth of the trees. It makes sense.
Sheriff Melvin Woods.
I'm feeling Melvin was gonzo. So weird that I'm like on a track. Like it wants me to move the stick, but it doesn't matter which direction I push it.
Lise Clarkson? Where's Patricia?
There's a tree growing out of her.
That's our altar. What are you doing?
He does look significantly more sick now. Like he took some of the seeds or something. Lacing his weed with Saint Rouge. I think he's all sick here too. I only noticed it today, but I swear he wasn't like that before. It has to be from coming in contact with something that I didn't notice.
York! Agent York! York! Agent York! York! Agent York!
Bitch, what?
Hey! Agent York! Agent York? Hey! Hey, Agent York.
Lise, why'd she dress like Patty?
You're Lise Clarkson.
Ah.
What's wrong? You're acting weird.
Sorry, Patty, I'm fine now. More importantly, do these red seeds come from some kind of plant that grows around this area?
I don't know. What do I look like, a botanist?
Bet you do know.
This isn't your average backwoods town. The Clarksons' ego and control has been piercing the town's heart like a massive dinosaur bone. But over this past century, time has been busy eroding the beast's power from within. And now, the very thing that once fortified this town is polluting it with putrid gas and rotten marrow. Zach, this is the point where it all collapses.
Search for clues. I feel like I would have done this the first time I was here.
Did you notice anything strange before your daddy went missing? Did he seem different from usual, or say things that didn't make sense?
Nope. He was the same as always. We talked a lot. I reckon he was in a better mood than usual. Almost even too talkative.
Zach, she's putting on a strong face, but it's clear that she's very worried. Let's try and cheer her up a bit. What's the best thing to say in times like these?
You don't need to worry about me, Agent York. Let's just focus on the work we have left to do.
Unfortunately, it looks like your parents disappearing is connected with this case somehow.
Yeah, I know.
Melvin seems to love you so much. It's hard for me to believe he would just disappear and leave you all alone. Something must be afoot here. I wish I could tell you I'm sure they're okay, even without any evidence. But I hate lies, Patty. I can't guarantee that they're safe. That's my honest opinion.
I'm trying to prepare myself for it, but I want to hope that they're okay.
Of course. Zach and I feel the same way, but if you happen to think of anything that might help, please let me know. Even the tiniest piece of information could end up coming in handy.
Yeah, I understand. But I really don't know anything. I just feel like I know that Mama's okay somehow.
Meaning?
Even when we're apart, I can always tell how my mama's feeling. You know, like how twins can sense each other's feelings? But that's it. I can't tell where she is or what she's doing. Besides, I'm just a kid. Can't really trust what I'm saying, can you?
Zach, it seems like she and her mother possess some kind of secret bond. But we shouldn't try to force it out of her. Yes, you're exactly right. Let's just keep our eyes on her for now.
I'm hoping if I just, like, Alt-Tab and go back into the game, like, this way, and get rid of the mouse finally, and I can't. Fuck me.
The growth is all missing from this particular section.
Yeah, it looks burnt, too. That all happened.
It wasn't just cutaway. She used fire to burn it out. Everything was planned so meticulously, as if she wanted to show this altar to someone. That's why Chuck ended up discovering it. After Lise Clarkson was murdered, her body was put back together here. Just like how Galena's body was dismembered, then rearranged within the holding cell. Lena Doman and PJ's bodies were also blown to pieces in the end. Perhaps that's the nature of the curse that's taken hold of the Clarksons. What do you think, Zach? Is there any significance to these similarities?
What, do all of them have to die in pieces? No.
There's some decomposing cloth here. We saw the same type of cloth at the sugarcane plantation. They must have used that cloth when they transported Lisa's body. And who cares about mundane evidence like that? This isn't a case that can be solved by gathering the kind of evidence we'd need to submit to a court.
Who says that?
This altar is covered in burn marks. But there's hardly any residue left. There's no way for me to tell what was burned here. I could send it home for analysis, but is that really necessary? It'll just end up giving Abrahams more busy work. More importantly, Zach, someone who knew how to manipulate fire was behind all this.
Uh-huh. Like Professor R.
In other words, these roots prove that Lena was here. And that's a... Zach, this is an ominous sign. Among all the different footprints here are a set made from engineer boots. Yes, I know. He probably only made them when he came to inspect the scene. I'm sure that Patty and I left our own set of prints here too. But how do you explain the set that's inside the yellow tape?
follow? Who's the engineer? Probably someone we haven't really interacted with much yet.
Hey! FBI! The hell you doing back here?
The hell are you doing back here? Chuck Thompson? No good, something or other.
You already solved the case, yeah?
No. Ah, that's a cool repaint boy. It's like Dawn of the Dead, but also Terminator, you see.
So go on! Get your ass out of town!
Why do you think I solved the case?
Shoot! Exactly how stupid are you, FBI? This is Luke Carre, remember? Every feller in town already knows that Professor Orr's the one behind all this shit.
And none of y'all told me. Fuckers.
Hey, Chuck. Can you see the altar from there?
I'd see the whole damn thing, along with your stupid ass standing there, trying to act all smart and shit.
You told me that the poacher's boat you were chasing disappeared around this area, correct?
Yeah, that's what I said, all right. What, you forget already? If you're just gonna waste our tax dollars out here, least you could do is catch them goddamn poachers. Fucking FBI, go and make yourself useful for once in your damn life.
Chuck, we don't chase down fishing boats. Unless it's a terrorist boat that plans to overthrow our government, that is.
Is that FBI business?
Huh. Then stop acting all leery, like I ain't being truthful or whatever. I'm busy too, you know. So long, FBI.
You think like CIA or, I don't know, Army Rangers, whatever, some kind of Coast Guard special unit would be the ones going after terrorists. Fucking FBI.
Zach, he just taught us what the true purpose of this altar is.
Federal bunch of ignoramuses.
It was built here so that the ritual could be watched from a boat in the bayou.
What do you mean? They could have just walked out here. There's no reason why they had to watch it from a boat.
The goddess of fertility, Patty.
He was on a boat. Been like an hour. But I do remember that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What up, Hoongan? God damn it.
The goddess of fertility. A fine name indeed.
Ishtar.
So much blood has been shed, yet you remain in this town. Surely, you know why.
There's more to be done.
Of course I do, Hoongan. My work here isn't finished yet. You know, I could really use one of your oracles right now.
You're more fun than I thought. Here's the oracle you ask for. Listen with your heart. Speak to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans.
It's probably something to do with like a graveyard.
Feel the holy Allah.
What?
The giant lady's finger points down toward your goal. Entrance to the forbidden.
Big lady.
Poetic and graceful as ever, Hoongan. Hungan's oracles are leading us toward the core of this case. That's the one thing I'm sure of. But don't misunderstand, Zack. I'm not blindly following him. I only follow my intuition. Metaphysical offender profiling. That's all there is to it. The 17 comrades must refer to some area that has 17 of the same thing in it. We may need to use
Memorial
history to
Oaks
figure this one
makes
out.
sense.
After all, we need to find someone or something that saw the birth of New Orleans. And we can't just round up every last old person in town. Somewhere, there are 17 comrades who've survived for a very long time.
Yeah, and it's either the graveyard or
The
those
word
oaks.
comrade seems to suggest that they aren't inorganic objects such as building. That's it, Zack. The French established the colony of La Nouvelle-Orléans in 1718, just about 300 years ago. The only 17 comrades that would have been around back then are the 300-year-old oak trees along this road. A majestic road lined by oak trees. Come on, let's go ask these sages of Lucare for some help on our investigation.
We're gonna go speak to some
Zack,
fucking...
the Holy Allah
Deku
is a
trees.
shockingly simple metaphor. Especially considering the quality of the oracles we've received thus far.
I don't know what an Ola is.
It seems as if Hungan's poetic muse is finally running dry. The great thing about us Americans is that we can recreate our homeland anywhere. We're happy to transport crunchy bacon across the deserts of Africa if we need to. That's what it means to be American, and this Holy Allah is just another example of that. From the early days of the frontier era, they've been helping us Americans be what we've always meant to be. Hey Zack, if the Holy Allah needs to be filled, things must be dire. Imagine what would happen if the Holy Allah were to run dry. The townspeople would instantly face multiple serious problems. That's it. I never doubted you, Zack.
I don't know what an Allah is. I've never heard that fucking word.
The Holy Allah refers to a water tower, specifically that water tower with its Clarkson family crest. It must be hiding some sort of clue. Let's fill the Allah and see what it yields. Zack, what do you think the giant lady's finger is? I'm at a loss. I never thought one of Hungan's childish riddles would force me to think so hard. But, oh well. I'm sure that as we deal with the rest of the oracle, it'll reveal itself to us.
Maybe like a graffiti big lady.
What? Is there something on my face?
Listen carefully, Patricia. As my skilled assistant, I trust you a great deal. So I want you to answer me honestly.
Answer what?
Do you have any idea where Melvin might have gone?
No.
He didn't seem to be acting or talking differently than usual?
No. I don't think so.
Okay, I believe your words. Zack, we have a lot of work to do. It feels like we're finally approaching the climax here.
Alright, are we on time? I know we just started, but like, is that like an hour and a half of like, basically cutscene? I'm sure I extended it by fucking commenting on everything, but that's part of the streamer job, you know? I need to kill a dog, don't I? Bam! Bam! Those are all misses. Oh yeah, brother. what else was there? An alligator and maybe did I take the killer bee one? Need to find Danny. Yeah, it is the killer bee. And what picture are we missing? Some kind of substation. I don't know where that building is. And this random swamp. I don't know if we're gonna actually complete this damn book. The swamp one is like too obscure unless I want to go and actually look it up. Which I guess you can say I did with the park one, but that was like to confirm that my suspicions were wrong. Because I was right. I just didn't find the right place, but... You know, that's why. It's just a fucking side quest, it doesn't matter. Could be some funnies in it, but it seems like a lot of work. Oh. Also, it looks like the one that was bugged the other day is now complete, so that's weird. But I guess that's why we couldn't ever get it to work again. Really 13 trees here? I guess it's the whole street. Yeah, there's a lot of them. This one got chopped down though, that's a problem. It looks like a big foot. Well, it did from the front. Now it's more like a tree. You know, died here. A damn thing.
Zach, do you sense that? These trees have watched over this land for the past 300 years. Long before the Clarksons built up their town, these trees were here. If they could speak, I wonder what they'd have to say about this case. Has there always been a different number of trees on each side?
Aren't there 13? Or...
Yeah. I heard that by
17.
the time our town came along, there were only 17 left.
Well, this one looks like it was cut down recently.
A general from the South might have cut one down during the Civil War.
Also got an awful lot of, veins, they're called. Like, this could have been one of the red trees. Those veins are like parasites. You do see them on other trees. They call them veins, just makes it sound like they're supposed to be normal, like maybe it's some kind of straw that carries water up to the top. But no, it's a parasite, a parasitic entity that's drinking the water from the tree. This one's fucking covered in them.
Intriguing, Patty.
I don't know. Folks say he planted a red tree in its place. I don't know if that's true or not, though.
Mm-hmm. So this was one of the red trees.
Zach, the shape of these seeds. They look just like the ones we saw at Lisa's altar. Patty, it appears that legend about the red tree wasn't a total lie. The first tree is withered and gone, but the shells from its seeds remain. Perhaps that red tree left some descendants somewhere else.
Yeah, I ran into plenty of them. There's at the top of the map, and Professor Zara's yard. A couple other suspicious places. That's FK's dog.
Zach, he seems to know something that we don't. Doesn't it seem like he's trying to guide us somewhere?
What? What's going on?
Change of plans, Patty. Let's go on a little stroll with that Dalmatian.
I don't know it's the exact dog, but it's a Dalmatian. You know how rare those are? I've never seen one in my life. Only the movie. Not the 101 of them. That's every Dalmatian on the planet. Around here especially, everybody goes for the big dogs. They think they need home protection or whatever. No, you're not supposed to really let the dog bite anyone, or you have to put that fucker down. Is this the place? It's a fence. I don't see the tapered building though. What happened to the dog? Where'd he go? Is he just schmoovin'?
It appears that we've lost sight of our guide, Zach.
Aww.
Oh well, let's head back to the last tree.
I got an achievement for it at least. I wanted to change my suit too. I'm kind of mad that we're not still at the hotel room.
Zach, we can't fall behind this time.
Yeah, I'm easily distracted, alright? It's part of being an investigator. You gotta be curious. I hate that my walk speed is like slower than dogs, my run speed is faster. Where's this dang dog taking me? red tree. Could that be it? The oil rig? Is there a fence around it? I can't tell from here.
Is this the red tree that General planted?
No way! This is a maple tree.
A maple tree? Then it shouldn't be red at this time of year.
You're right. That's strange.
Doesn't look like the other red trees, does it?
A long time ago, my mama and daddy used to come here together a lot. They told me they used to go on dates here, back before I was born. Mama would make sandwiches, then they'd come here and eat 'em together. My mama was really pretty, you know. When I was a kid, I believed she was a real goddess.
Mm-hmm. That's not a good thing to say, Patty.
Under the boughs of a legendary tree that stayed red all year long, a small miracle was born. One man managed to win the heart of the most beautiful girl in the world, and they call him Melvin Woods.
Looks like it's time to move on. What a fantastic guide we managed to find. He actually waited for us to finish talking before taking us on to the next spot.
Yeah, Wiley. This fucking dog. Run, run, run. The fuck are you doing? You gonna like guide me to every red tree in this town? Are we going to Lena's house now? I need stamina! hate this. This is really fucking long-winded. Like, I have a skateboard, can I use it, please? Oh, there's the red tree, thank God. This one doesn't have leaves.
Hey, Patty. How would you rate this creation?
Not bad, I reckon. They made good use of its natural form, while also pulling out the soul from within. The
What?
artificial color also looks pretty. You don't usually see this level of harmony. Something unnatural always ends up getting left behind.
Zach, did you catch all that?
Artificial.
She sounded just like the curator of an art gallery in New York. I think we may have just uncovered a new side of her. But unfortunately, I can't see anything artistic about it. Honestly, it looks insane to me. That's all I get from it. And there's no way that this is a descendant of the tree that the general planted.
Yeah, it's definitely a different kind of tree. This one might be a fake. What happened to the dog? What happened to the dog? No! Yeah.
It appears that we... Oh well.
I lost sight of it long ago. Oh, thank God it has checkpoints.
Zach, we can't find...
If I just, like, try and match its pace. Still going a little too fast. Where's the dog? There he is. Tried to give me the slip. It's fucking swimming, the piece of shit. Wow. shit. Really, I should just, like, throw a leash on this dog and have him pull me on my skateboard. Huh. Dog, where'd y'all go? Where'd the fucking dog go? Willie! There he is. There is a tree at the end of this field, I remember. A real one, like a yucky looking one. There he is. And I'm aware the tree is back here, but I need to stay close to the dog. There it is. Not going to the tree? Oh, okay, okay. Dog. That's a red tree. Mismatched leaves.
Zach, now this is interesting. It looks like a tree that you could find anywhere, yet it's also unlike any other, completely alien. And look how it's weaved its way into the landscape. Almost like cancer cells invading a human body. You might not even notice it unless you're focused on finding it. And this feeling. As I gaze upon this tree, I can feel evil emotions rising out from within me. Why on earth did that Southern general bring this tree into this town?
Is this a breach of contract?
I promise to protect you from all the evil in our world. Do not touch this tree. Got that, Patty?
Got it, Agent York.
We successfully spoke with the 17 comrades. I feel like they showed us a side of nature that transcends the realms of human knowledge. Next up is the Holy Allah. According to the Oracle, the Holy Allah needs to be filled. We may be due for another childish puzzle soon, Zach, but that's okay. After all, we came all the way out here to the boondocks. Why not enjoy playing by their rules for a bit?
Yeah.
So, what other movies have you seen on that sci-fi movie channel?
What? That question again?
What did I tell you? In this country, all dialogues.
Okay, I'll answer it. I need to think of a movie that Schwarzenegger wasn't in. Oh, okay, I got one. It's a film about people who travel around the world in 80 days. I think it was a remake of an older one. They went to a bunch of different countries, and there was tons of CG, so it was fun to watch. It starred some kung fu guy and a British man. Sorry, but they didn't ask your beloved Arnold S. to be in this one.
Around the World in 80 Days, 2004. Directed by Frank Karachi, starring Jackie Chan and Steve Coogan. Unfortunately, Patty, it appears that you didn't watch this film closely enough.
I did too.
Then you must have been far too distracted. He's in it, Patty.
In it? Who is? Wait, no, it can't be.
That's right. Arnold S. is in that movie.
You're lying. There's no way. I mean, he was already governor of California by the time that movie came out.
You're exactly right. In October of 2003, he became the new governor of California, but he was still able to appear in the film since it was in a small enough capacity not to interfere with his governing duties. You can find him in the Istanbul segment.
What? I sort of remember the Istanbul part, but the prince? The prince with the crazy hairdo?
That's right. He played Prince Happy, a romantic with long hair, skilled at telling stories and playing the guitar. He was so in character. Even I didn't recognize him at first glance. Flawless makeup, hairstyling, costume design, and impeccable acting. I was speechless. I believe that entering the political world only allowed him to further widen his acting repertoire. His acting was always so realistic and full of presence. But then, he went and added elaborate technique on top of it. Perfection. Patty, I'm now convinced that you've been seduced by his charm without even realizing it. That's why you've been unconsciously seeking out films that he appears in. You don't need to feel embarrassed. It's a perfectly natural phenomenon.
Yeah. Let's just get back to the investigation. Come on, please.
You're right, Patty. This is no time for idle chatter. We have two important goals now. Solving this case and finding your daddy. Let's get back to work. No more chit-chat. You heard her, Zach. We need you to focus as well.
I know that he talks a lot about Schwarzenegger movies in this game, but I haven't been able to trigger any of those conversations thus far, so that felt a little off when she's trying to avoid stuff with Schwarzenegger in it, because there were like so many other movies that he would have talked about that all had Arnold in them, and you know, in case you didn't get it, like, I know, I'm aware of that. I mentioned Arnold S. before. That's how the real fans call him. Can't say Schwarzenegger, and you could barely say it correctly without the TOS thing triggering and saying that you said the N-word, so... Anything else over though.
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
Did you notice anything strange before your daddy went missing? Did he seem different?
That one. Who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who is that? Oh, it's just Saxophone Man. I need to run into Danny. I also want to change my suit, because this one's getting a little dirty. I'm also tired of looking at it. Check if I unlocked another one too. Like, I never got to put on the other one that we unlocked, but... possible we got more. Whoa. The hell was that? First we shower. We're keeping... No, he shaved on his own, it seems. The closet. Would you look at that? Nice tie. It's like the Fred Flintstone pattern. And then we got some kind of corduroy jacket, maybe. And dress pants. The pants play a back seat in this one. He's showing off his back seat, you know what I'm saying. We got some dick stomping shoes on too. It's all about that jacket though. And the tie. Tie's pretty good. Alright. How are we on food? We're good. He must have eaten off camera. Stop at the voodoo shop right quick.
Doth thou verily?
Let's start with expansions. Alright. Enhance. Durability, max speed, acceleration, handling, braking, mobility increase. Let's get this one. Oh, never mind. I feel like that's gonna be handy dandy. Talismans. Ow. That's why I upgraded. It's only minigame assistance. Let's see if I can get a good talisman or something. Okay, well that one's probably useful. Boat speed.
I can see thou hast.
Five. We're good. Our accuracy's fine as long as we're not drunk. Alright, back to the water tower. That's where we're going. The Ola.
This thing sure looks tall when you look at it up close. But why do they gotta build it up so high anyway?
The height gives them the necessary pressure to pump the water out.
Yes, water pressure is very important.
Also, building it in a spot where anyone could easily access it would only create more problems.
Problems?
In a certain Missouri town, they built the water tower low enough that a person could easily climb up to it. And that's exactly where a mass murderer decided to hide the bodies of all his victims. The water tower was so low to the ground that he could even climb up to it while carrying a dead body on his back. Incidentally, they ended up finding a total of 43 bodies in there. But the part that truly shocked Zach and I
43?
wasn't the number of bodies, Patty.
What?
It was the fact that over the 6 months from the first murder to when the case was solved, that whole
43
time,
people in 6 months?
townspeople had been drinking the water.
Agent York! Look! I think we can climb up from there. Let's go.
But Patty, I was just getting to the good part.
Oh, I imagine there's a filter on the way out of the water tower, right?
So this is our town. Looking down on it from here, it's hard to imagine any bad stuff ever happened at all.
Listen carefully, Patricia. You just leave Melvin to me. I promise I'll take care of things. You're grown up. You're more of an adult than anyone else in this town, I guarantee it. But that doesn't mean you have to suffer through everything without ever saying a word about it. Just remember that, okay?
The hell's that? Is it Gook? Squirrel in there. No, it is Gook.
Zach, it looks like the holy Allah hasn't been sucking up water properly. No wonder the shower in our hotel room felt so weak. Patty, who manages this water tower?
This is Lucare. You should know the answer to that by now.
The Clarksons. Judging from their current situation, I don't think they'll be able to give us a timely response.
Yeah.
Do you know where the water comes from?
Probably Isaac Lake?
That settles it. Let's fill the holy Allah and solve this problem ourselves.
I knew you were gonna say that, Agent York.
The oil rig thing is actually a water pump. Who'da thunk?
Isaac Lake?
That's the name of the former head of the Clarkson family. When he retired, they built this lake to commemorate his career. That's why it's called Isaac Lake.
They wanted people to remember the power of the Clarkson family every time they used their water, huh?
You sure don't miss a beat.
The water level's higher than I expected.
It hasn't been pumping.
They probably haven't been out here to check on it since Lise was murdered.
Looks lower than I remember.
I bet that's where the water gets sucked up into the water tower.
Gator. Yeah, kill one of them
Mr.
some
Alligator.
bitches.
Never thought I'd have to use you to fight a real alligator. Just what does that skeletal gentleman have in mind for us, Zach?
Itch. motherfucker, isn't he? Is he spawning infinitely or what? Bro, this is too much. Fucking Gator Geddon. I'm gonna make a run for it. Oh shit. Ah. Damn it, god damn it, god damn it. Let me in. Patty, are you insane? Oh my god, he fucking killed it.
Patty.
That's a rubber bullet.
Now, Patty.
Yeah, we should not have brought Patty here.
Hey, let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
I think this is it. I have to do it from like outside the. No, wait. What am I looking for? Okay. I don't know what that sign says. I mean, that and some random ass swamp. It's just a swamp. Nothing distinct, just fucking trees.
Okay, Zach, let's head back to the Holy Allah.
We need to confirm with our own eyes that we've completed the skeletal gentleman's oracle.
Now, back into the fray. Can run. Big air.
Zach, the holy Allah is filling up. Looks like we'll be able to take a warm, invigorating shower tonight.
Hell yeah.
Patty, are you okay?
No. Not really.
Worried about your parents?
Well, of course I am. My mom is sick, you know. And she got even worse starting about a year ago. She used to be so beautiful. But now she looks like a completely different person. She can't even get up out of her own bed no more.
I'm sorry to hear that. I already hurt you once in the past, and now it looks like I've gone and done it again.
Yeah, I remember that time I punched her. You deserved it.
No, I know Mama's illness ain't your fault, Agent York. It's more about Daddy. He
what?
Nothing. Just forget it.
Hey! Y'all get down from there right now! I said get down here, goddammit!
Danny, I've been looking for you, you son of a bitch.
The heir to the Clarkson legacy has come for us, Zach. And he doesn't sound very composed.
Is he really the heir? He's like the ex-husband of one of the daughters.
You rotten little snakes! This is private property, goddammit!
He's drunk.
I guess you really do want to throw down with a Clarkson, huh? Get out here! I never gave you permission. Yeah, you think you can just walk all over us, huh? Hey! You hearing me? Climb down here right now! You're gonna pay for pissing off the Clarksons. Oh yeah, you'll get yours. Oh yeah, you will. Yeah, son of a bitch.
Fuck you.
I could arrest you for drunk driving, but I simply haven't got the time.
What? What did you say? Ever since you got here, my whole family. Now they're all dead. You're Satan. You came here to destroy the Clarksons. You destroyed them. Satan.
I'm pretty sure you guys weren't the good guys.
Satan? Not quite, Daniel. I'm just an agent carrying out a mission in accordance with federal law. On the contrary, I came to put a stop to all these problems. You might even consider thanking me for it.
Federal law. Mission accordance. Did you hear that? Bastard wants me to thank him. I lost everything. My treasure. At least my old baby girl. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
You reap what you sow.
God damn it.
Whether you like it or not, you're the new heir to the Clarkson legacy. You could rebuild their empire, or resign it to the ravages of time. Do whatever you like, but you'll no longer be able to borrow a certain someone's power and march around like you own this town. You need to accept that and prepare to survive.
You looking at?
Zach, it's no use. The skeletal gentleman is a strict one, that's for sure. We're going to have to figure out what the giant lady's finger is if we want to continue on with this oracle. Lady's finger. I'm at a loss, Zach. The only thing that comes to mind is a certain lady in glasses who displayed her middle finger to a truck driver. The student driver who was driving the car that Leslie Nielsen jumped into in order to chase down a criminal. 1988, directed by David Zucker, The Naked Gun. That car chase was terrific. It felt like we were watching one of our own car chases from the real world. That director must have gotten some advice from actual police officers. Otherwise, there's no way he would have been able to film such a realistic chase.
Hey, Agent York, can I say something? If you're looking for ladies' fingers, you know that's another name for okra, right?
What? Aren't okra like balls? I have no fucking clue, but I thought they were little, like, Brussels sprouts, basically.
Another name for okra?
Yeah, okra's pretty common here in Louisiana, so most people know about its other name.
Huh. Okra. My talented assistant strikes again. You solved the oracle instead of me. Let's hurry over to the okra farm at once, then, and find the biggest piece of okra while we're at it.
Hey, Agent York.
The key word is giant, so it must be rather large. I'll bet it looks positively grotesque, Zach. And just imagine the stickiness. Ooh, I think I'll refrain from taking a bite.
Hey, Agent York! Our town doesn't have an okra farm.
No?
What?
Okra farm?
Relax. Just follow me. I reckon I know where we're supposed to go.
Okra storage in the warehouse? Can I talk to Danny, please? I have his ring.
Hey, Agent York! Stay close to me, or I'm not gonna show you where your next stop is.
Yeah, fuck off, Patricia. Patricia. You wish you had a skateboard, huh? Ain't nobody that cool. Look at me. The semi-pro bowler.
Agent York. Stay focused, jeez.
What do you mean? Bitch, we are crossing the fucking street. They really have to do like the same thing twice, dog. Follow an NPC that's slightly too fast, but also too slow. How hard is it to just set their fucking move speed to exactly the same as the players? With enemies, they're normally slower, so you can, like, run away, but... if I'm escorting someone, they should just match my fucking speed. Or give me the option to match theirs. Which is part of why you're always, like, riding a horse in Red Dead Redemption. I think The Witcher had an option for it too, and Kingdom Come as well. Following people, you're usually on a horse because it has that feature built in to match the speed of other horses. You can't do that on foot. Going, Patricia? Just fucking tell me. We'll get there so much faster. The dog couldn't speak, but you can. You're withholding information that is relevant to the investigation. I can arrest you for that. Twerp.
This is the giant lady's finger. Okra boy.
Okra boy. Look at him. Look how cute he is. He's got the little Clarkson tie. And he says, kapow. That's probably off camera. Kapow. There you go.
He's kind of like the town mascot.
So, is it like an onion layer, or like a little shred of an onion? Or some kind of pepper?
Okra boy. You're right. No matter how you look at him, he really is a giant lady's finger.
Why is he a boy?
But Patty, there's no okra farm in this town, is there?
That's right.
Then why did they choose okra for the town mascot?
Great question.
Good question. He's been here for as long as I can remember. Daddy said he remembers Okra Boy being around when he was a kid, too.
The plot thickens.
Must have been one here at some point.
Zach, doesn't it look like he's pointing at something?
Yeah? Under the bridge?
Let's follow that white glove.
Oh, Oh, was that on the ladder? Oh, the building.
Patty, that's it. So this used to be
Push
the
the red
control
button.
device for the drawbridge. But it looks like its insides have been replaced with something else.
Oh, yeah. I remember Daddy telling me about this. This drawbridge hasn't been used for decades now, so the control room doesn't work, and the power's been disconnected. A password that requires 3 letters?
Ass.
Looks that way.
What's this, then? There's an H on the top, bottom, and left sides of the leftmost panel.
Mm-hmm. Your crossword puzzle. Huh?
Patty, trial and error won't get us anywhere. There are 26 letters in the alphabet, which makes for 17,576 different combinations if we use 3 of them. Let's try something more efficient.
I know that. I was just fiddling with it. So, what do you want to try, Agent York?
Just leave this to Zach and I.
I mean,
Zach,
there's
this
H's
password
on
may
each
look
thing.
complicated at first glance, but you needn't worry. This is a chemical formula, a challenge from Professor R. The H that's tattooed all over the leftmost panel stands for hydrogen. In other words, the leftmost panel represents the molecule you get when 3 hydrogen atoms merge. All we need to do is figure out which chemicals go in the remaining panel. Try reviewing what we know. We spoke to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans, filled the Holy Allah, then found the giant lady's finger pointing toward the entrance to the Forbidden. After we met the 17 comrades, we encountered that ominous red tree. There was sap dripping out from the red tree's trunk, wasn't there? That must have been a metaphor for wood vinegar. Then, in order to fill the Holy Allah, we went to the reservoir. The water tower represents a distillator, and the water represents coolant. Wood vinegar, distillator, and water, Zach. Figured it out yet? The chemical formula is CH3OH, methanol. It's got to be COH, starting from the left in that order. Methanol is highly flammable and used as the base ingredient in formaldehyde. This has Professor R's name written all over it. That oracle really sent us on a roundabout mission this time. It almost feels like we're playing a video game here. Talk about stupid. Zach, start at the left
Methanol.
window, then put in C, O, and H. The answer is methanol. Zach,
Yeah.
start at the left window, then put in C,
I'm
O,
looking
and
for
H.
H,
The
dog.
answer is methanol.
I never would have figured that out. I thought that I was taking those 3 hydrogens and like figuring out what bonds to that. I think hydrogen is like a single electron
That must
thing,
be
so I
the
need to find
entrance to
some
the
that's like
Forbidden,
3
Zach.
depiction, and then the next one would be like what fills into that, maybe like to make the balance the layer. I don't remember how the math goes for that. I think like the first layer is 2, and then it like maybe it's exponential growth. So the next layer would be like 4, and then it would go to like 16.
You can't touch that.
Oh, hey,
Smarty
Avery.
pants
You
scientist
talk to
said
him too.
no.
Avery Smith.
Drawbridge don't work no more. The machine's junk. Yup.
You're right, Avery, but don't worry. I got permission to touch it.
Permission? Agent York, you got permission?
That's right. Permission from the President of the United States.
The president? Oh, he's a smarty pants.
Not usually.
Okay. I didn't see nothing. Yup. Won't tell no one neither.
Hey, Agent York, are you really going in there?
Yes, I have to. For the sake of the investigation.
I'm getting kinda scared.
That's a rare word to hear coming from your mouth, Patty. I don't see much in there aside from some overgrown weeds, do you?
No, that's not it. I'm not scared of the weeds. I'm scared of what you'll find, Agent York.
Bodies.
You don't need to worry, Patty. You're my precious. I promise I'll protect you, no matter what happens.
Oh, I'd find
Patty,
here
the
the more
truth is,
gators.
when I first saw Okra Boy, I remembered something horrific. The most evil monster I've ever seen, in fact.
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
A monster?
Oh yes, a demon incarnate who plunged New York City into mortal fear.
Zool.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
It's close enough. Ghostbusters, because Okra Boy looks like a Slimer, kinda. I mean, you could also look like the Stay Puft, just being a big thing with a smiley face, but...
Marshmallow?
Ghostbusters, 1984, directed by Ivan Reitman. Now that's a film that was filled to the brim with bona fide horror. A true masterpiece that boasted an honest depiction of just how frightening a real ghost would be. Even if you watched it now, I'm sure it would still chill you to the bone.
Ghostbusters is a comedy.
First night I watched it, I was too afraid to go to the bathroom alone, so I made Zach come with me.
The door.
It's the other world. Patty's with us. Wonder if she can see. What the hell is this? Curse you.
Are you?
Oh, you know what? They're like the wall-crawling ladies from before. I curse.
show you. Void!
I feel like the guys with the big ass shield should have more health than the crawling lady, but alright. What is that? You're in a jar.
Zach, I think we found a laboratory.
Smarty pants. Shwave. Almost 3 hours. And the tracks. There. Got here a brain, maybe a stomach. That's a big brain. What the fuck? Is that some kind of yam?
Ugh.
Oh, maybe it's a lung. Is that a tongue? Eyeballs?
A research
I
log.
doubt these are from a
No,
human.
it looks more like a journal. Look, Zach. This belonged to Lena Doman.
Unless it's a big human.
A professor to the very end. This book is filled with all sorts of detailed notes. She studied abroad during school, most likely in order to get as far away from her father's prejudice as possible. Abroad, she studied chemistry and fire dynamics, then cultivated the groundwork for Sang Rouge. If what's written in this journal is to be believed, Sang Rouge is a naturally derived substance. That must mean it's something akin to ayahuasca, the hallucinogen found in the Amazon region. But Sang Rouge wasn't actually produced here. It appears that a special environment is necessary to summon the Red Demon. Zach, look at this. It says that when Lena was still known as Lenny, she once fell in love with a woman. She fell in love with her older sister. That matches up with what PJ mentioned just before he died. And apparently, they had a daughter. The Clarksons' family tree is far more complicated than I could have imagined.
You can say that again.
And here it says that
Trisha,
the
the
Clarksons'
daughter.
older daughter later fell in love with someone in town and got married. Then she must still be somewhere in this town. Hey, Patty, did you know about all this?
I don't know.
Yes. Your mother and a Melvin. I don't know who the fat lady is, but I'm thinking that unless she is on the ventilator, that could be Patty's mother. The goddess of fertility.
This entry is from right after she became Lena. Zach, what could this mean? A salesman passing through town gave me an epiphany that changed my life. She didn't create Sang Rouge until after she met this person. And from that point onward, she started fanatically worshipping someone. She also ceases to mention anything more about her older sister, and the word goddess of fertility starts appearing everywhere.
Force casing. Patty did spend a lot of time with Professor R. Maybe it's because, she's her father. Just felt a little natural bond.
The final entry, written just before she headed to the Clarksons' house. No one can stop my plan. Not even me. My only worry now is P. I only pray the Fool King can stop him.
The Fool King?
Zach, it looks like we've uncovered yet another new character. Who's the Fool King? This is starting to read like a badly written tragedy. And P. It appears that Lena's worried about whether or not the Fool King will be able to stop our investigation and successfully murder this P character.
Who's trying to kill P?
Philip? Or Professor?
Patricia, you fool.
No. It can't be. Oh. Whew.
Is that really the sound? Like he busted a nut. There's just like a little more than he was expecting. Hungan.
Oh. Hi there, Hungan. Long time no see.
Pineapple. Casa pineapple.
This is definitely your simplest oracle by far.
The chances Hugin's actually just David Gawara again.
Now it all makes sense. Zach, we need to hurry back to the hotel and put all this in order.
Today the town feels kind of weird.
Did I drink today's cocktail, or is it just because the bar hasn't opened yet?
We found many new truths hidden in Lena Doman's journal, and some of them went far beyond our wildest dreams. First, we should clear up who PJ's first daughter is. She was a complete mystery until now, but after reading Lena's journal, I became convinced of something. She still lives somewhere in this town. Lena's journal stated that this woman married someone from the same town. Did you figure it out yet, Zach?
What's funny is you can see the completed graph in York's apartment in the future.
Who is PJ Clarkson's first
Zach's apartment. Hard to make the distinction. Andy Woods.
Yes, Melvin's beloved wife and the most beautiful woman in town, Candy. She's PJ Clarkson's first daughter, which means that just like Galena, Candy also carries his blood. Now we know why Melvin said that Galena was a beauty who could attract a lot of attention. Candy had no interest in the inheritance and was also sexually liberated. That must be why PJ ended up coddling Lena so much. Candy is supposedly sick, but she's now become a key person in our case. She must be why Melvin's gone missing. Melvin's beloved wife, Candy, committed a transgression in her past. Zach, what was it?
She henpecked Melvin? Does a henpeck just mean, like, you're whipped? Like, you know, you're a yes my love kind of guy, because you're just, like, that dominant or whatever. Intercourse with her father, intercourse with her brother. It sounded like it was the other way around, but, you know, it could have been mutual.
That's right. Candy had intercourse with Lena. Then she gave birth to a child. A child that we know very well. We never heard any mention of her biological father anywhere in town, despite how much these country folk love to spread rumors.
They don't talk about that person.
I knew there had to be some secret connected to her birth, but I never thought it'd be something like this.
That her father's a tranny.
It's beyond anything I ever could have imagined, Zach.
Weird
Next
to
up
think
is
that
the
they
Fool
can
King, Zach.
still conceive children.
All you need to do is pick out the person who acted most like a fool when we encountered them.
Or sire them, I suppose. You know, I thought that, like, the hormones would make you less fertile. Like, sometimes they can mess with functionality, but I thought it would, like, change fertility as well, because, like, what you shoot changes. Again, that pairs in with the functionality, but, you know, like, it's supposed to start leaking instead of shooting, you know?
Honestly, the answer is clear, and it's a painful one to accept. Isn't it, Zach?
Melvin.
Melvin. He's got to be the Fool King.
Wait, so is he supposed to kill Patricia?
The way he's acted from the moment he located Lisa's body up to now. The way Galena was murdered, silenced, without any resistance.
And does he grow by eating seeds like FK does?
His discord with the Clarksons, the words PJ left behind, and the engineer boot prints we saw at the Discovery site. It feels like the missing puzzle pieces are all falling into place now. But why did he decide to take part in Lena's plan? According to Patricia, he seemed to be avoiding Lena. There's no way he actually could have believed that the goddess of fertility would come and save the town. Oh, so that's it, Melvin. As you nursed Candy, you too became corrupted by Sang Rouge. Drugs rob people of their judgment. They slowly but surely eat away at their users. That's most likely the reason it took Lena so long to enact her plan. I don't know what to say, Zach.
This is absolutely unbearable. Lena fell in love with her older sister Candy, and the two of them had intercourse. But afterwards, Lena realized that there was a disparity between her body and her mind, and descended into suffering. Finally, Lena left home and decided to live on as Professor R. Meanwhile, Candy fell in love with Melvin, which led to her leaving home as well. I could only guess that Lena and Candy's relationship continued after they left home. Then, their strange love transformed into something else that bound them together in a powerful new way. Lena must have periodically delivered Sang Rouge to Candy as offerings to the goddess of fertility.
Maybe she calls her the goddess of fertility because she wasn't expecting her to ever get pregnant. Like I was saying, like, I thought the hormones impacted fertility of the sperms.
It's hard to keep going with this, Zach. You know where it's all leading, don't you? If Lena's plan was to kill off every last Clarkson aside from her goddess, then her next target is PJ's last living descendant. She's in danger. We need to hurry.
Are they trying to systematically dismantle the Clarksons?
Zach, the climax is upon us.
Are they just like afraid they can't live normal lives while they're still around or something?
Whoever hit me in that control room sure wasn't holding back. The blow was so devastating that I passed out instantly. There aren't many people who could do that. Oh, they hit me right in my head, so my memories are fuzzy. Not my finest hour, to say the least. Now, what should we do next? First, we're going to need to refresh ourselves a little. Sunbathing, Zach. Let's go bask in some liquid sunshine that's just as hot as the sun out there.
Liquid sunshine. Do I need Sunny D? Or a tequila sunrise, perhaps? Drink would be in the kitchen, huh? Probably do need to eat. Not really. No, let's just go outside. Let's not overthink.
Today the town feels. I do need to go to the kitchen, I'm confused.
And that's what I'm talking. You can't get fined, so make.
Give me a banana Foster.
Thanks, Miss. Next time you get a hand.
Hey there, Chef. How's it going?
You still here, Mr. FBI? After what happened at the Clarksons, the case must be closed.
Not quite, Chef. Our work isn't complete.
Oh, yeah?
May I trouble you for a cup of coffee? As hot as this blistering midsummer sun. Passionate and ferociously fragrant.
Oh, sunbathing, hot-ass coffee. Of course, it's the only drink he likes.
Huh? Are you out of your mind, mister?
I'm dead serious.
I will have you know this is a high-class establishment, and I'm the presiding chef here. I'd never served such a low-class beverage. All folks can drink here is a melody of rich, robust leaves. Tea, and tea alone. If you fixing to drink that muddy water, you'll have to go on over to my little sister's restaurant. Or would you like to switch over to tea?
Thank you for your offer, but I'll have to decline, Chef. I said I want coffee, and I meant it. That hot, bitter, dark, maddeningly odoriferous muddy water.
Well, then you free to do as you like. But you ain't gonna be drinking it here. That's for sure.
Zach, I seem to have mistaken our chef here for a more open-minded person. Oh well, it'll cost us a bit of time, but let's head over to Alexis's.
It is muddy water. You literally run water through fucking shredded beans and drink what drips out. You can do that with, like, anything. Even dirt. Which is probably comprised of rotten plant matter. Like coffee beans.
Zach, it appears to... Let's come back during business.
What time is it? (5 p.m. to 10 p.m.) and it is currently 3. That's an issue. We're gonna call it soon. I just want to wait till I get like my next big objective. Which will probably be from drinking this coffee.
Oh, my lord. You sure look pooped, honey.
Hello, Alexis. Yes, someone did quite the number on me.
Must have given you one heck of a shiner. Well, let me get you some coffee so you can relax, honey.
Yes, that's it, Alexis. Just what I was waiting for. Would it be possible to get an especially pungent cup, smoldering with all the heat of the southern sun?
Coming right up.
Wait.
Zach, look.
Hattie.
Patty have a nose ring? She has like a piercing
Melvin.
for it at least. Hey, don't do it.
No!
Oh, my Lord, what are you trying to do? Wake the dead? What's wrong, honey?
Come on. At the fish farm? Crawfish farm?
Where is this boathouse located?
Oh, my Lord, what's going on with you? Your poor voice is positively trembling.
Just tell me. Where is this boathouse located?
There's lots of boathouses around these parts, honey. Your guess is as good as mine.
Well, then can you at least tell me when this photo was taken?
Looks to me like it was taken during the Clarkson Campbell wedding party when PJ married his ex-wife Audrey.
There was a building this tall in town back then?
Oh, you know what? That must be the cold storage warehouse. That big billboard on the roof is the Clarksons, see? I bet you'd be able to get a great view of all the boathouses in the swamp from up there.
Thank you. That's all the info I need. Would you mind if I borrowed this?
Shoot, of course not, honey.
Thanks for your help. And keep the change.
Oh, my Lord.
That's $10. Alright, well, it looks like we're getting to the climax of this chapter as expected. It, like, picked up rather quickly. It's not sending us on a bunch of fucking bullshit fetch quests, so... I don't know that it'll wrap up next time, necessarily, because they still have a 4th chapter, but, it feels like we're heading into a conclusion pretty quickly here, so maybe next time... Maybe it would be good of me to, like, do this on a weekend next time, so I have more time to, like, extend this to, like, a 4 or 5 hour thing. If I think I'm getting close to the end, maybe I should even check my progress a little bit. Yeah, I feel like we're close, so that's something. I just saved, right? I'm gonna save again, fuck you. Alright, well, I suppose that's all for today, folks. Did the lighting change? That's weird. Whatever, you can still see me, that's the important part. It just looked blue. Anyways. See y'all. Maybe this weekend? I don't necessarily have plans, so it doesn't matter. If not, a week from now, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. See you then.